Man of the Year this year is the man of my life. And I think that a lot of people in this industry understand how close Frank and I are, or think they do. And I would say since the day I graduated high school at 17 years old, there hadn't been a day gone by that we haven't spoken, or he hadn't called to check on. And that when my career was trying to get started, my father and I were a little contentious at times, and Frank was the mediator. And no matter where I went, even at 18, I thought I was a big shot. I was going to go to Gulfstream Park and take over. I was going to go to Saratoga, rural New York. Nobody hardly believed that that would ever work out, but Frank made sure I had a horse of his at every place that I went that could win a race. And a lot of people get into this game to be in the presence of greatness in the horses. And we all are fortunate enough to be, but I'm also fortunate enough to be in the presence of the greatest man I know, Frank Jones. And to go back to 50 years ago, or somewhere in that area, Frank got out of the Air Force. It was fortunate enough that his high school buddy, that him and his brothers owned a bar and a restaurant here in Louisville. And he called Frank and said, "When you stop by the bar, I got a hot tip tonight at a little racetrack in West Louisville, Miles Park. Can you go over and make a bet for me?" So Frank goes by the bar, and he picks up some money from Bobby George, and goes over to Miles Park, and makes his first $2 bet on a horse, and it happened to win. And out of that $2 wager, that might have been the greatest race ever run for the state of Kentucky's horse racing industry. Because out of that one $2 bet came 30 years of service as vice president of the HPPA. It came almost a part of every negotiation, of every contract, with every racetrack. And I think Kevin Flannery will say that there's not been a tough negotiator in the industry. And he's had a lot of good support from the people at this table. But I was fortunate enough as a kid to even sit in a room and listen to he and Jerry Carroll go over how interstate wagering, which a lot of people don't realize racetracks used to, you only get the revenue of the money that was people walked in off the streets and bet. And they came up with this concept and worked out the formula for interstate wagering, which led to inter-track wagering and international wagering, and grew Kentucky racing to the place that it is today. And it also came 20-something years as vice chairman of the Racing Commission of the state of Kentucky, which hopefully will be added on to after December 10th, when our new governor takes over. So everyone in this game that races in the state of Kentucky, whether they knew it or not, owes a debt of gratitude to Frank Jones for what he's done for this industry. Let's all be thank God that horse at Miles Park 50 years ago didn't stumble out of the gate and run that last. I don't know where I've been, I don't know where this industry would be, but I know we're all better off because that horse stayed on his feet and won that race that day at Miles Park. So I'm going to be brief, and I want to introduce the greatest man I know, Frank Jones Jr.
The horse paid $96, in case you're curious. The best thing was, though, and Jimmy Asap will appreciate this, I called Bobby George, I had to go outside to a payphone, you know, at Miles Park or anywhere back then. And I called Bobby and I said, the horse won and paid $96. He said, when are you going to bring me my money? Anyway. Mr. President, Chris, fellow members of the KTO, thanks for this great honor of the Warner L. Jones Horseman of the Year Award. Thanks thanks to Dale for your kind words, Dale. Dale's my adopted son, in case y'all haven't figured it out. We've been the best of friends forever and ever. We've had each other's back. It's not like we think the other person can never do something wrong, but we sure do back each other no matter what it is. And you couldn't ask for a better friend. His daddy was a good friend of mine. And I met him at the YMCA when I came out of the Air Force playing basketball. I thought I was 7 foot tall, and I found out I wasn't. Anyway, Dale's father was a pretty good ball player, a little slow. So he trained horses also. He trained for me. And then when he got sick, Dale took over the horses that I had and some others. And then right after that, Jerry passed away early in life. And he was a very, very fine gentleman. And all of his boys, his whole family, they're all great people. Dale's mother is one of my best friends. His children, Tammy, all of them are great friends of mine. The interesting thing is to me that all of you all are my friends. It's amazing how many that I know personally, and I'd say everyone's name, but I don't think y'all want to be here while I just go around the table. But it would be easy for me to do, and I totally appreciate all the great help that I've had over the years in whatever venture that we've gone into with each other. This year's been a great year for me. Nancy? Stand up. It's my wife, Nancy. I want you to say hello. I've had many, many new friends, a lot of them because of Nancy, a lot of them because just of other things that have taken place this year. Our business is going good, thanks to my nephew Michael, my vice president, and Tom Bacon. This award tonight is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But first, I'll just give you a little bit of history. I don't want to bore you. First horse I ever bought was 1968. A lot of you weren't here then. Anyway, I paid $1,500 for this horse, and named it Graphic King. He immediately had a shin splint. He didn't run for about 4 or 5 months, but he did win. The first horse I ever had that won was called Eternal Speed, and that was a Platonic. And I'm standing on a chair. Used to, I would get a lot more emotional about winning a race than I do now. I'm standing on a chair, and so this guy standing next to me, and the horse won. And I said, "That's my horse." He goes, "He didn't beat much." I thought, well, welcome to the betting world, right? So obviously he didn't bet on the horse. Anyway. I've been in a lot of tracks with Dale and his father. We've been all kinds of tracks up east, some real small tracks, Poconos, up in Narragansett, Rockingham, and then we go to Gulf. Actually, we didn't go to Gulf Street, we went to Tampa Bay at that time. One day we won the double down there, which was nice. And then when Dale started training my horses, and we started buying, some uptick. Dale's father never was so interested in, he just wanted to see a horse that could run tomorrow, that you could bet on or whatever. But I was thinking about that too. If I've done all these things, how in the world have I had time to make a bet? But anyway, we had some nice horses. We had a second in at the Preakness with Cherry Wine. Had a real nice horse called Tappan's Fly. My wife Nancy shoot. A very good friend, and he was chairman of the racing commission, I think, then. And if it were not for Frank, I would have never been on the racing commission. So I have a lot to owe to you, Mr. Shute. We've had some other winners that were not that good, but they were fun. Count Blues is one of my best horses. We had another horse we had a lot of fun with called I Can't Hear You. So somebody would say, Horseman, you know, what's his name? I'd say, I can't hear you. And then Shacklet, who run today, she's just a little tired. She's a 3-year-old, has made almost $200,000 in 19 races, and I think she's been in the money 80% of the time. And Nancy bred that horse. So we've got a lot of good luck there. So I'm really very, very flattered for all of your all's presence. It's a blessing to me, it's a blessing to know so many good people and have so many good friends. I want to thank you all very, very much. If you want to win races, you're not happy with what you're doing, buy more horses. Thank you.